Okay, like that. Oh, wait, no? Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to On the Fence. So it's been a little while since we've done a preview and done any sort of podcast, but we're back, me, Jay, and Joe. It's the big one this weekend on Sunday. We've got the Merseyside derby, Liverpool versus Everton at Anfield. So we're going to talk about that game in specifically in this chat, and then we're going to move to talk about the rest of the weekend, featuring like the North London derby and stuff like that as well. So, like I said, first and foremost, we're going to talk about the big one, the Merseyside derby. What are your feelings going into this game, Joe and Jay? I'll ask you first, Jay. Joe, because I don't know where Jay is.
How professional he is.
I know. No one wants to see me in a chop out there.
Okay. So Joe, what are your feelings going into this game, mate?
Well, considering it's a year ago to the day that we appointed Sam Allardyce as our manager, a year ago on that 4-0 win against West Ham, I'm feeling totally different. In terms of the derby, it's one of them for me at the moment. Derby games lately have been pretty much one-sided for the past 10 years. But this one is. I was watching listening to some Liverpool fans talking about that. They're quite worried, to be honest, and because your season's on such a a knife edge with Man City going for the league, that any slip up could be costly in the long run. But I'm just want us to go there to Liverpool now and just try and play how we have been in recent weeks.
Well, it's interesting that you say that. Sorry, mate. It's interesting that you say that because I kind of feel, as a Liverpool fan, very similar to the way you're talking about, where I feel that if there's a time that Everton are going to really do well against Liverpool, it's with Marco Silva as the manager. And all the outside stuff around this game is that we're not playing that well, but we're getting results. And but we're not really coping really well in games and stuff like that. And we have looked a bit shaky. But we've still got the players to get the job done. However, in this kind of game, it's not the same. It's not going to be the same as games that we've had already this season, whether it's at Anfield or not. So to me, I am quite worried that Everton are going to kind of cause an upset. But it can't get any worse than last year at Anfield, where all that shit went.
I'm just looking at the team from last year in the 1-1 game, and we're only likely to have 3 players who are going to be starting this weekend who played in that game last year, and that's only Pickford, Sigurdsson and Garner. Either the rest of... Sorry?
What was our
lineup? We had Pickford in goal, Ashley Williams, Kuka Martina at left back, Mason Holgate, Kenny, Sigurdsson, Garner, Tom Davies, Wayne Rooney, Calvert-Lewin, and Oumar Niasse.
Yeah. I think to be honest, he's definitely undercoming transformation over the past year and stuff like that. So that's why we can't really take this game the way we've took games. This is a different Everton, do you know what I mean? And as much as I hate saying it, it is a different Everton, isn't it, Jay?
Yeah, we look better, but I still think we can be a bit inconsistent. I don't particularly want us to go there and play the way we have been against, when we went out against Cardiff and Brighton. I'd rather us go there and put a performance against Chelsea. I'd rather us go there. It's not like we defended all game. That game we attacked. But I'd rather us go there, put a performance like that in, and just make sure we get a result, rather than go there and try and go all out and then get spotted about 7-0 like usual.
Yeah, well, I was quite surprised, pleasantly surprised at how well you've played against Chelsea, because I was rooting for you. At the same time, I was, I think it was the same weekend Man United played Man City, so I was hoping for Man United and Everton to get something out of them 2 games and stuff, and,
shit in that game, by the way.
What you saying?
Match of the day made us look shit in that Chelsea game.
Yeah, I haven't even watched Match of the Day this season.
That's your match. You would swear we passed the bus for 90 minutes.
Yeah, that was completely opposite. The game I watched, I saw you have a lot of good chances, and to be fair, at times you could have won the game. So, there's definitely a danger there. I'm just going to pick up on something you said, because I kind of said the same thing in my agenda. I put Liverpool unbeaten but not playing well, which is obvious, and also Everton doing okay but inconsistent. Now he's a 6th in the table, of course, just on the outside of all the City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea, and Arsenal. So you've kind of gone under the radar in that respect because, new manager, transitional squad, you've just bought Richarlison. Yeah, he's missed a few games, with suspensions and stuff like that. And then, your new signer have took a while to get integrated into the squad. And now you've kind of got a settled squad. You're starting to win games of football, which is it's good for you, isn't it? Obviously.
Yeah, we've been quite fortunate in that regard, considering the amount of players we brought in the summer. Each one has had time to, settle into the club and into the team. It was only Yeremia's first start against Chelsea a few weeks ago, and since then he's kept 2 clean sheets in two games. And then we've only recently had Gomez came in, who's he's transformed our midfield at the moment, playing alongside Garner and Sigurdsson in a 3. And them 3 seem to complement each other quite well. But going back on your point of inconsistency over the season, I would agree with that in the opening 5 or so games.
Yeah.
Because at the time, it was pretty much last season's team. And it was only Richard. Well, he was out for 3 games. So the first 6 weeks of the season, it was pretty much everyone just trying to settle down and trying to get going with, the new manager, the new tactics and all that. But I'd say since the start of the second international break, I think it was when we beat Leicester, we've been consistent in every game. We've had a good style and we've defended really well.
Yeah,
which could surprise a lot of people. I know we've conceded. I'm just reading. I think it was either 14 or 15 goals, but in every game we haven't looked like we're going to concede. So Michael Keane's been a transformation as well.
Yeah, because I know you were quite critical of Keane earlier on in the season stuff, and it's clear to see he's kind of like you said, made the transformation. So I think defending for you is going to be very important. Considering you come to Anfield, and it's how long is it without a win at Anfield since in the 90s? So
99.
Yeah, so it's going to be tough for you obviously because if you look at all the things that kind of go against it, you are under pressure. Well, you're under kind of no pressure really, and I think that kind of makes it harder for us in a way because we have to kind of live up to that expectation that we've had over the past couple of years. Klopp's first derby, we won 4-0, and then we kind of went on from there, and it was kind of domination really, wasn't it, for the first couple of years? And over the past couple, especially at Goodison, the games haven't really gone our way all the time, and last year it was two draws, wasn't it? So you're just starting to kind of gain a little tiny bit of momentum, or more that we're not running away with it like we were. So that is a little bit of a worry for me personally. But man for man, I think we've obviously got a better squad. But it is in these kind of games where they always say the form goes out of the window in derby games, doesn't it? So it's always nervy no matter how well we're playing. So how do you kind of feel on that? Like, do you feel like you're well equipped to come to Anfield and get something, Jay? Or
if ever there was a derby game I thought we were going to win, it was that FA Cup game last year. So I'm going to say nothing. Either that or Martinez's first season, and look how that one fucking turned out. So I'll never be confident to get any sort of deals.
Yeah, I agree. I see what you're saying. And I think that's the problem now because it gets to a point where Liverpool fans are now overconfident at every single derby, and then like I said, in recent years it hasn't gone our way. So I'm not sure whether to play this cool and be like, nah, he's going to turn up and do something, or to play it fully confident and just sort of be realistic.
Don't get a draw.
In my lifetime, Liverpool have pretty much done everything which they could to hate us. They've had Steven Gerrard score a hat-trick. They've had a late FA Cup semi-final win at Wembley. They've had the record signing scoring on his debut against us.
Well, that reminds me. I mean, that kind of segues us brilliantly into what's your favourite derby memory?
Dan Gosling.
Dan Gosling.
It's probably my first ever derby. It was the 1-0 Lee Carsley one back in 2004.
Well, mine was the one that you mentioned there, the FA Cup game where Jelavic scores and then Suarez gets the goal and then Andy Carroll scores the winner.
Oh, that was a horrible day.
I still remember that day, Jay. If you remember, I think we were in year 9, so we were about 13, weren't we? Something like that. Oh no, it might have been a bit after. Might have been about 14, 15, something like that. Because was it 2012?
It was 12. I think it was 11, 12.
Oh, Jay's gone.
11, 12.
Go on, we'll carry on anyway.
Yeah, it was 11, 12. It was on the day of the Grand National because I have family down, and then most of them are Reds.
Yeah,
and I can't remember which was first, the Derby or the Grand National, but I remember it was just hell on that day. Oh.
Well, I remember fondly that day because me and Jay were walking home from school, and it was round by where he lived. Oh no, it wasn't, because it was a Saturday. Actually, I'm lying. So I'd gone to his. I think I'd stayed there the night before, and then we were going out to sort of wherever we were going before the game was on, because I think we watched in the pub. But I remember I saved his life because he'd walked out in front of the car and I had to push him out the way.
well, you say you saved his life.
Yeah, and then you had to go and watch this. So you know. Yeah, so before, Jay's kind of gone here, so we'll wait for him to come back. But while we are waiting, I've got down here key men for Liverpool. I've got Mane, I've got Firmino, I've got Andrew Robertson, I've got Virgil van Dijk, obviously, and Fabinho. I kind of think that, going forward, our best player this season has been Sadio Mane. He's been our most dangerous player, at least. So, I think Salah's he's getting goals here and there and stuff like that, but he's not the same Salah. He's not as clinical as he was last year. I don't think anyone is as clinical as they were last year, but Mane's definitely been the danger man. That's definitely the case. And I think going into this game, I'd like to see Liverpool. Okay. Jay's having a bit of technical difficulties, so we'll just kind of carry on without him, and if he wants to come back, he can. So what was I saying?
When he says technical difficulties, that's difficult for me to say. Does he mean that he's got chocolate in his beard still and he's trying to lick it out? He's
trying to put Iggle Piggle on. That's what it is. And that's actually the truth. So yeah, my feelings is that midweek, last night we lost 2-1 to PSG. My videos on the channel if anyone wants to go and see that. If anyone wants to go and see me red faced fucking having a go at PSG players, then it's down there for you. But a lot of Liverpool fans have kind of noticed now that we don't want to see a midfield of Gini, Milner, and Henderson anymore, because as much as last year the workman-like midfield worked for us, because our front three were on absolute fire. This year, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we need to find a lot more creativity in the middle. And I think we're going to have to kind of, sacrifice one or two of the midfield players that we've currently got in our starting 11, which is, like I said, Gini, Milner, or Henderson.
Henderson's out, isn't he? Suspended?
Yeah. So he's already suspended. So I think Gini might play in the 6 because he's kind of done well there so far. And I think we might see Naby Keita in this game, and to be honest, I'd prefer to see Fabinho in this game, because I think he's been good in most games. I think he's had one or two kind of quite bad performances, or where he's looked, where he's been overrun in the midfield and stuff like that. But I think if this kind of game, he's good at breaking up counterattacks, and I think that's what this game's going to be. It's just kind of going to be, us trying to patiently attack you, and then you trying to break on us, because that's obviously the way most games at Anfield have been this season. So, that's kind of what I'm thinking for Liverpool's dangers towards Everton. So, what's your opinion on what your dangers are for Everton?
Oh, well, especially in the home games this season, in the last, I think, 5 or so, we've gone in 0-0, and we normally tend to start off quite slow. Yeah. And we played around a lot, but we very rarely get a lot of chances in the first half. But away from home, it's quite the same. So I can imagine us kind of setting up how we did against Chelsea in the second half, where we just defend well. We probably don't sit back as much. But I can see the last half an hour. If it's equal going into the last half an hour, I'm pretty sure that Man City will be 5 points ahead of you going into this game as they play Bournemouth on the Saturday.
Yeah.
And maybe the pressure could, rise onto you, and your expectations go up, and that expectations rise and all that going into the last half an hour. So I'm hoping to see that we try and be a bit more clinical, especially from Theo Walcott, and I'm not sure if Bernard will start in this game. I think it'll either be him or Lookman on the left. So I'm hoping, and obviously Richarlison's down the middle, I'm hoping them three can be clinical away from home, because we've only scored 7 away goals this season, and we've played a few poor teams. Well, who have we played? Earlier on this season, we scored quite a few goals away from home.
Southampton.
No, away from home.
Okay.
Away from home. We played Bournemouth away from home and Wolves away from home in the opening 3 games, and we scored 4. But since then, it's been pretty much like we might score, we might not. So, obviously, our danger man is got to be Richarlison and Gylfi Sigurdsson. Yeah. Sigurdsson scored 6 and 8, which is really, really, really good considering how much he was played out of position last season. So it's should be hopefully a good game, but I'm hoping for a dirty 0-0 draw. No. I'd love a boring match, and then Gylfi Sigurdsson free kick near the end, or Yerry thunder header. Yeah,
to be honest, I was just going to say, if there's anything that Everton can take from this game, from the game that we've just had against PSG, it's definitely got to be how shit we look from set pieces. Neymar kind of was quite tricky when he was taking set pieces, apart from the 2 fucking corners he tried to fake. I don't understand. Have you ever seen anyone try to fake a corner, Joe?
Fake a corner?
Yeah, like, when you double to take him, you don't.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that says it all.
I'm hoping that we actually don't fake corners, because we haven't fucking scored in like 200 corners.
You don't want to fake corners, especially when you celebrate them at your own ground. So anyway, my point was going to be on set pieces. I think that Sigurdsson's got a real chance to hurt us with set pieces, because, like I said, we did look a bit shaky. Gomez, Lovren, and Van Dijk just weren't clicking in the game. Last game we had against PSG. So, with Richarlison on that side, I think he's going to be left hand side, isn't he, or down the middle?
No, you probably play down the middle.
You've got Walcott, who's got a good amount of pace. Who do you have on the left hand side? Would it be Bernard?
Lately, it's been Bernard.
Yeah. So you've got a good mix of players there who are quite good on the ball, and they've got a decent amount of pace. So it's going to be a good battle. To be fair, I think our right hand side is going to be a very good battle. It's going to be interesting to see whether we use Gomez.
Gomez.
It's either going to be Gomez or Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now I'm going to probably say the latter, and maybe put Gomez back into centre half, because I think Klopp favouring Lovren is kind of messing with our chemistry a little bit. I understand putting Lovren in because I think he's a good defender. Maybe not one of the best in the world, but he's definitely a good defender. However, every time we seem to put Lovren in, it kind of messes up the kind of the rhythm that Joe Gomez is under, because he's had a breakout season already so far, and I think he's been excellent. Him and Van Dijk together, they've got a real good partnership, and it's possibly going to be the partnership that we have for the next 5 years. If Everton goes well,
Go on. Sorry. No, if you start Lovren, I want Richarlison to be playing on him all game.
Yeah,
because if you're going up against Van Dijk, is like the likelihood Van Dijk's going to be winning most battles, certainly in the air.
And Lovren's got that little bit of an ability to just kind of at random times
push people over.
Yeah, he makes him well. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Richarlison can channel in a Dominic Calvert-Lewin, then he's definitely get a penalty. So, I think Lovren just looks. He always looks like there's a mistake in him. That's something that we've said for years now. But me personally, watching Gomez this season, he just looks so solid and so assured next to Van Dijk. He looks like there's no chinks in his game. There's no flaws about him. He doesn't seem to have anything that he can't do. Do you know what I mean? But Lovren's got a lot of things he can't do. I do like Lovren though. I don't get it twisted. I do like Lovren, but I just prefer Joe Gomez now. And I prefer to see Trent kind of pick up the form where he left off against Watford. And I think he can be disappointed. He didn't get a start midweek, but this might be the game where he comes back into the fray. And look, I talked about set pieces for your side on Sigurdsson's part, but Trent Alexander-Arnold scored a Beckham-esque free kick on Saturday or Sunday, whenever it was. Saturday it was against Watford. So I'll be looking for him to do exactly the same again. And he can put in a good delivery as well for on the wide free kicks as well. So it's like you said, it's going to be a very interesting game. It's going to be very exciting, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think Anfield will play a massive part, especially like the way we haven't played well lately, and even though we're unbeaten in the league, it's mad to say that, you know what I mean? We're still unbeaten. But after midweek, I think we need definitely the good performance. And I'm kind of hoping we can, channel last year's kind of Liverpool where we were very ruthless. And I think hopefully this is the game where we decide to just, put all the clicks back in together and just go, really. So, yeah, that's my thoughts anyway. I've put in the agenda here last year at Anfield. So this time last year was the home tie again in the Premier League where we drew 1-1, wasn't it?
Yep.
Salah scores a goal in the snow, which was all the highlight reel.
There's the FIFA goal of the year or something like that.
Was it?
Yeah. Salah's.
It's a great goal. It was a great goal. I loved it. My personal favourite part of that goal is the way he just held off Cuco Martina. However, I know Cuco Martina is a bit of a fucking...
Yeah.
Carry on. Anyway.
I'm just looking at the lineup there. Ashley Williams, Cuco Martina, both on loan at Stoke in the Championship. That's how low we were last season.
Look, I think Marco Silva's done a great job to turn the ship around so far, and I think he's in a good way. Let me just get the table back up again. I think he's a 7th or 6th.
6th.
Yeah, look, you're right outside the top 5. There's a 5-point gap between you and Arsenal, of course, in 5th. Yeah, but you're ahead of United, and at the start of the season, I think I do remember the podcast that we did where we said, well, you all said that
I predicted us to finish 6th.
You like Everton? Well, it's only 13 games gone.
We're 3rd in. No.
Yeah. No, but
keep it going.
I think you've done well to get yourselves right on the edge and whatever we were calling it like the best of the rest, really, isn't it? Because after the top 6, there's a big gulf in class between the top 6 and the rest of the league, really. Because any one of them clubs in the top 10 in the bottom 10, they could effectively, if you want to sort of spin it whatever way, they could be involved in a relegation battle. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking at the teams now from 20th to 11th, and you've got Wolves, Brighton, Newcastle, West Ham, Huddersfield, Palace, Burnley, Southampton, Cardiff, Fulham. Would you say any of them clubs are definitely safe? I mean, I wouldn't.
How many points are Wolves on, or the highest team in the bottom of?
16 points.
16.
11th, and the lowest is 8. So there's 8 points between all them teams.
And who's the bottom 3? Southampton
18th, Cardiff in 19th, and Fulham in 20th. So,
well,
and of course, Fulham just got appointed. So they're winning the league next year. Then,
the bottom half of the table is just like a massive pile of shite.
Yeah,
it's you can't decide who's going to finish where because it's going to be so unpredictable.
Yeah,
whatever. Move on.
I'm just saying he's going to come back in.
Those days of us finishing, us in that bottom half last season, hopefully long gone.
Yeah.
With that fucking charge.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just move on to the next part, which is basically what's a good result for you in this game? I know you kind of touched on it before where you said a horrible...
good result would probably be a draw. A score draw. I'd like a 2-2 or something like that. The away fans, I want to see them celebrating goals at Anfield, which we very rarely do, to be honest. A 2-2 or obviously a win would be amazing. But if we go out and just keep this unbeaten run going, I'm pretty sure every Everton fan will kind of take that.
I think for you, something that you need is definitely, even if you were to get beaten this game, I think you could definitely be competitive and only lose by 1 goal.
Yeah.
So if it's a 3-2 or something like that, I think that would be better than a 1-0. Do you know what I mean? Because at least you've shown some sort of fight, and like you said, you've seen that you've seen goals at Anfield. Do you know what I mean, from your team? So that for you, I think, is a step in the right direction, especially considering how uncompetitive that you've been in recent years and stuff like that. So, I do agree that sentiment, to be fair. If for me, a good result or a result for me that's most important, I really want to see us go back to the way we were when Klopp first came, and that was just smashing us to pieces. Because there's been so many games where I've looked at so far in this season, and I've looked at it and I've said, hopefully this is the game where Liverpool sort of step up now and start start playing the way we played at the end of last year. And I understand that we don't play that way anymore, really. But the time's got to come where we have to put in a fantastic performance and show everyone that we are the real deal. Look, Man City have beat their Derby side, Manchester United, so they've overcome their obstacles that they've had so far. They've got Chelsea in a few weeks, so we just need a win's more important by any means, of course, but I want to see a win and a great performance as well, because we've kind of snuck through results in the past couple of weeks, and I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see people have doubts about us anymore, especially after the game midweek. So I want to see Liverpool go out there and just be the Liverpool of old and just smash you to bits. And I want to see you crying on the review afterwards. I really do. I want to see you in tears. As much as I love you, Joe, I really do. I love
Fair
you.
Enough. As
much as I like Jay and I love you, I want to see you in floods of fucking tears.
Thank God you did not see me after that FA Cup game in 2012, because I was distraught. Just going to Anfield, it's just been an absolute fucking. It's just been such a horrible place for us to go, because we've had plays where we've been playing well leading up to the derby, and then going away to Anfield and just being unable to complete a 5-yard pass and crumbling under any sort of pressure from Liverpool. And
that's what I want again. All right.
Well. Hopefully not this time. Not this time, boy.
Yes, this time. Come on, Klopp. Raised. I mean, I was saying in me review of PSG game, I was saying, Anfield should get the players up for this game, but and then I caveated that by saying, if any player needs to get up for this game, if any player needs a motivation for this game, then they shouldn't be playing the game. So I know that so Firmino, he's played in a few derbies now. Mane's played in a couple. Milner's played in a few. Who else am I thinking? A lot of the players have got a taste for derbies now. They know what they're about. So there's no excuse for anyone to come into this game cold and not know what to expect. This game is what it's going to be, and hopefully it's a 5-star performance from Liverpool and maybe a 5-goal performance by Liverpool. And again, sorry. Trying to juggle and I can't. Hopefully it's a 5-star performance from Liverpool, and hopefully it's another year that everything gets smashed at Anfield, so that'd be great.
Okay, one final question I'm guessing for this.
Yep.
If it finishes 1-0 to you, so who would be your goal scorer? Who do you want to see score?
There's a lot of answers to this, to be fair, because there's lots of different scenarios where I can picture Liverpool scoring a goal. So I'll go through each player that I think could score the winner and what kind of goal. Because I could honestly see a lot of different ones. So I could see a Van Dijk header like last year in the FA Cup. I could see a Trent Alexander-Arnold free kick. I could see a dirty Robbo fucking scuffed shot from the back post off a cross. I could see Naby Keita getting his first long shot of the season and just banging one in like he did at Leipzig. I could see what else? I could see Salah just putting one top corner like last year as well. I can see Bobby getting on the end of something, and I can see Mane just, tearing through 3 players and scoring as well. So I'd like any one of them. I'd like all of them, actually. That would be great. I'd like 7-0. That'd be fantastic. I don't know what that comment was trying to say. It's fucking great. Don't know. So we're going to end it there anyway, and we're going to come back in a bit.
Yeah, he fucking mean it from a fucking bully. Come on. Guilty citizen.
Get a goal from a corner.
He fucking gets a massive...
And makes it 9-1 to Liverpool. 9-1, yeah.
Oh, no, that's all I've been thinking. Yerry Mina's going to score a header. That's all I've been thinking. And it's going to be a bullet header as well from the Sigurdsson cross.
In the back of his own net? Yeah,
no. Through the hands of Pizza Face.
His hair's gone like Karius's now, so...
Okay.
You should read the comments, Joe. It's fantastic. Okay, so we're going to end it here. Thank you for watching. We're going to come back next for the rest of the Premier League, previewing the rest of the games, including the North London Derby, so you're not going to want to miss it, unless you don't support any of them, so that sounds blue and white shite. That's a great ending. Thanks, Brendan, Thanks, Brandon, for that comment. We'll see you in a minute. Come back for the rest of the preview. Bye.